What's going on, everybody? This is Nick Lawson from Squad Sports, and this is episode number 57 of your sports sponsorship tip of the week. I hope everybody is ending that 2020 year, this crazy year, well, ending strong. We have some teams that are starting their seasons, some teams that are ending their seasons, some teams where it seemed like they ended their season a week ago and now they're starting back again. It's been a crazy year. What excites me about moving forward is, out of necessity, we had to become creative in sponsorship and almost rewire how we think about what we're building within our assets. In the old world, we always wanted to sell those traditional things like signage. We always wanted to go to those safe places like program inserts, even some of our broadcast ads. And that's great. Those are staple products, right? But when 2020 hit, we had to get creative because our brands put more pressure on us to be able to show them how we can bring value. Right? We are an advertising platform. Our goal is to reach our sponsors' goals through our community, are leveraging our influence. And a lot of that obviously comes within digital. So the tip of the week this week is another piece where it's a couple things. It's one, understanding where attention is. Two, it's understanding certain platforms that are out there. But then three, meshing that with your sponsor goals. So this tip of the week surrounds around youth sports. It's something that all of our brands want to get into. You have the demographic of kids, youth. You also have the demographic of families, which is huge for your bank partners, your car partners, these different sort of partners that really want to connect with families. Sometimes that's also fast food as well. The key thing in sports is we have a ton of influence within our community to not only give a megaphone to some of these student athletes who are doing amazing things, but also create a place where they can actually show off their talent. So the tip of the week is this. What you're going to do is you're going to create a contest. It's going to be a digital online contest where each week you are going to have fans and really student athletes send in videos of great plays that they made into the game. And then what you're going to do each week is do a top 5 countdown. And then at the end of that, you're going to pick a number 1 and you're going to have that fan be highlighted, but also be able to get tickets, whatever that is. So this is, maybe your top 5. And really, honestly, it's taking what they already do on broadcast, and nothing new is under the sun. I got this idea watching You Got Mossed on Monday Night Football. Obviously, there are some high schools that are being pulled in on ESPN for some of those inbound things there. The nice thing, though, with this is your team is a cornerstone of the community, right? Your team should be a part of the community, and this can really localize that. So let's say you are the Las Vegas Raiders, right? What you can do is you can set up, call it Friday Night Highlights, where every Tuesday, what fans can do is submit top Friday Night Football videos of top plays to the Raiders organization, to your team organization, on a landing page, through a hashtag, whatever that may be. And then what you have the ability to do is comb through those, choose the top 5, you create a video show. So now you're creating content that can go on Facebook, that can go on Twitter, that can go on Snapchat even, where you're going to count down the top 5 submissions that you got. So you're giving each community love, right? You're giving each high school love, and that's going to pull in more fans from the community to want to engage with your content. Everybody loves to see themselves, jumping on. I want to say everybody loves to see themselves jumping on TV, but really what this is everybody loves to see themselves shout out, highlighted on channels, and today that comes into social. So you have fans submit those videos, you choose your top 5, you do a top 5 show, maybe with some of the players, maybe with the coach, where they're basically choosing and narrating almost like a Sports Center that top 5 plays, and then the number 1 play is going to be sort of shown, and then again, whether we have games back, you can help bring that team, to a game and highlight them on the court. Whether we have, no games back, but you can do a Zoom session with the coach. Again, you want to highlight teams, athletes in the community, right? Give that team logo stamp of approval and be able to get that out into the community and really sync your team with that local sort of brand. You know, I'm thinking back in the day, again, from the Bay Area, Cal High Sports, every day at 9 p.m., you turned on Cal High Sports not only to see other people or other schools play, but you wanted that quick segment of them going over your game, and then you could go into the studio, and that was the mecca, right? If you were a high school athlete, you wanted to go into the studio and be highlighted, answer some questions. We're taking that, we're putting that to today. It's so much easier than getting, you know, having to send a camera crew out to every sort of game. Fans can submit their huddle highlights, which is really easy. But again, we're going to send those videos in. We're going to highlight those. And then as we get to a sponsor side of it, things here. Again, if you have a sponsor that's really wants to get into the community, right? Really wants to get into families. Again, I'm talking bank partners. I'm talking your car dealerships, insurance partners, right? What a great way for them to highlight that. Again, when you're doing the top 10, give them some logo love. I've talked about this before on some of the blogs. Have the company or the team or the sponsor comment as these are being posted to say, wow, what a great play. So they're getting some interaction and engagement. And again, put that logo love into the community as your team is giving this athletic kind of stamp of approval there. And then, you know, the crazy thing up too is if they have any community initiatives, maybe they can tie it to if your team is the number one for that week, then we're going to be giving $1,000 to that organization or that sports organization. Sync it with, again, a community engagement piece. So what you're doing is you're really being the bridge between the community, this sponsor, in a way that's so much more powerful than if they tried to tie it and do it themselves. And again, as we kind of think about today's world, fans can submit those videos to us very easily. We can siphon through those, find the best ones. And again, it creates a massive amount of content that we can put out. Snap, Snap, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and then that's going to be shared. What parent, what athlete isn't going to share that across their social channels as it has the logo from the sponsor and your logo? Now you're just taking over suburbs, right? Now you're just taking over parts of the city. Now you're taking over high schools with your sponsor's logo and your logo, all without, to be honest, stepping foot on that campus and having to sort of put in the work to kind of film that game, things like that. So again, tip of the week is this: create, and it should be during your season, especially if your season syncs up. So NFL syncing up with high school football, NBA syncing up with high school basketball. But it's a call out. You can say, hey, look, here are the eligible sort of places within your community, within your suburbs. Might do a 50-mile, 100-mile, whatever it is, maybe across the state if you have that kind of pull. But then you're just telling people, submit your top plays. If selected, you'll be highlighted on our weekly show. And if number one, we'll be giving $1,000 thanks to Car Dealership A, in partnership with them, to the top school toward their athletic and academic programs. It's a win-win activation. It's trackable, it's shareable, and again, it easily gets you into the community. Everybody loves seeing themselves on camera, right, and highlighted. Everybody's looking for their play and their name or people they know. That's going to be shareable content. That's going to boost extremely viral. The views on this will be crazy. The engagement is crazy. Again, the community connection is going to be crazy. So that's tip of the week this week. As we get into, again, some seasons starting, some seasons sort of ending, setting this up. Again, if you have a car partner, a bank partner who are on the brink, kind of on the edge of whether they want to come in, and community is a big piece for them, you're going to want to come in and do this activation to give them a trackable piece of inventory as we move forward. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Remember, keep pushing those limits within sports sponsorship.